Good day, everyone. Hope we are all doing good and we are having a nice time. Today, I won't be wasting much of our time. We'll quickly be talking briefly about how to write literature review. And as we've known that we've been having uh, this discussion for some time now on how to write project reports. So, what is literature review? Let's start with that. A literature review is a critical summary and analysis of existing research. So it's just like bringing different articles, different journals, different reviews, different books together to give us a background information, an in-depth background information about our project topic. So literature review is just like a literature explanation of our research. So alright, so it provides concept, identify research gap, and establish the importance of the study within the existing body of knowledge. So let's see that. What are the importance of literature review? The first one is it establish concepts, that is, it gives us an understanding and a background into what our project topic is trying to dive into. So it also identifies gap, that is, it's looking into, okay, what have been done, what have not been done about our project topic. And it also demonstrates knowledge. It shows what the whole work is all about. It familiarizes us to what the work is all about, and it guides methodology by giving us an expo. Let me use it that way. It is giving us an expo into what our materials and methods are most likely going to be. So because it is going to get a lot of it is going to give a lot of explanation into as to how people that have done research in that area, how they were able to go by theirs. So also, and it also support argument, that is, your literature review must be able to give us an insight into the fact that what you are trying to do is correct. So it must support your hypothesis. That's what that means. So what are the steps in writing literature review? You define the scope. That's the first thing. That's the number one thing you have to do. Define the scope, like define the keywords, the key element of your topic. Let us know what they are. Give us an understanding of what they are really all about. So then after that, you can then identify the key elements and then specify, okay, how am I bringing them in? How are they going to be headings, subheadings, and so on and so forth? So step 2, then you search for as many relevant literatures as you can, journals, books, publications, as many as possible. So you can search using as many tools as possible that we have out there. So alright, the next thing you do is organize the literature. Put the literature together. Make sure there is synergy, that is, make sure it follows a normal and orderly pattern. That's the word. So, and also then analyze and critically evaluate. So look into the what's it called? Look into the literatures, like, do they really support your findings? Do they really support what you want to do? And are they really relevant to your study? What is the quality of their relevance? And then you identify that, is there any gap or inconsistency, that is there a way that some people have gone to the right while some people are going to the left, all on this topic. So after that, then you can write your review. Write in your accepted language, English or whichever language is accepted in your region, and then you use a clear, concise language. Just be true, be real, be clear, and you don't need to fake it. You don't need to sound ambiguous. Just be clear, and then you use proper academic referencing. You cite properly, and you use proper referencing. Don't try to talk too much, or just don't try to impress. That's the word. So then you cite the sources. Tell us where you get the information from. Yeah, don't just give us facts without sources. Give us the sources. And what are the characteristics of a good literature review? A good literature review, we consider all relevant literatures. Yes, a good literature review, we give us we not just bring information from literatures, but rather it brings information from relevant literatures. So, and a good literature review, we explore the depth of our research. That it will critically explore it. So it is critical in the sense that it gives facts, accurate facts, correct information So that's that, and it follows a logical pattern. So you don't just write literature review anyhow. There is a pattern. There must be a flow of thoughts. So if you are explaining something, you explain from top to bottom. So it must follow that orderly pattern. So, and also it must be balanced. It must be balanced in the sense that don't just use one or two literature and assume that they've already explained it, or no, get as many as possible, and then relevant. Don't just pick journals anyhow. Pick relevant journals, and then make sure your literature review is well referenced. So what are the common mistakes you need to avoid? Make sure that you are focused on the topic. Do not that you are talking about use of bitumen in road construction, and then you start talking about building of bridges, start talking about roofing of buildings. It should be relevant. Make sure you are focused, and don't rely too much on just the source. Now you should now write the whole of the literature review from one journal. No, that's wrong. So then don't make sure you don't just summarize or you just give brief information. No, give us the depth. Like, let us feel the point. Give us the information in depth. So then avoid plagiarism. What is plagiarism? Plagiarism is when you copy word for word, regardless of whether you cite or not. You don't copy word for word. So you copy and paraphrase in your own words before you paste. Then make sure your literature review is well organized. So your literature review have to be well organized before it can be accepted as a good literature review. Thank you very much for listening. So that's that about how to write a good literature review. I hope by now you've been able to get something tangible to work with. Thank you very much. See you in our next video.